Am I audible now? Am I audible? Am I audible?
Yes, yes.
Am I audible now?
Sir, good afternoon, sir.
That's good.
Sir, good afternoon, Gopal Singh, sir. Sir, சார் ஏதாச்சும் இஷ்யூ இருக்குங்களாங்க சார்? சார் பேக்ரவுண்ட் எல்லாம் பரவாயில்ல சார், நம்ம பேக்ரவுண்ட் எல்லாமே பண்ணிக்கலாங்க சார். சார் கேக்குதா? சார் கேக்குதுங்களா சார்? Sir, we have Sunita here. She will be hosting the event, sir. So, உங்க வாய்ஸ் பிரேக் ஆகுது. So we can't hear you, sir.
கேக்குது.
ஹலோ
சார் இப்போ கேட்குது சார்.
ஓகே சார்.
சார் கேமரா ஆன் பண்ணுறீங்களா சார்? சார் நீங்கள் ஜூம்க்கு லாகின் பண்ணும்போது கேமரா எனபிள் கொடுப்பீங்களாங்க சார்?
Recording in progress. Hello. இப்பதான் சார் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கேன் ட்ரை பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கோம்.
ஓகே சார். சார் லேப்டாப்ல மியூட்ல போய்க்கிறீங்களா?
Sir, I am audible, sir.
சார் கேட்குதுங்க சார்.
Yeah, okay, sir.
சார் வீடியோ ஆன் பண்ணிக்கலாமா? அது ஒரு மாதிரி பிளர்ராக இருந்துச்சுங்க சார். இது விண்டோ சைடு இல்லாமல் கொஞ்சம் லைட்டு இதாக இருக்க மாதிரி.
மாறி உட்கார சார், இடம் மாறி உட்கார.
ஓகே சார், ஓகே சார்.
சரி, இப்போ ஓகேங்களா?
சார் ரொம்ப இந்த கொஞ்சம் கிளார் அடிக்கிற மாதிரி இருக்கு.
தள்ளி போவோம் அப்போ. ஓகேங்களா சார்? சார் ஓகேங்களா?
சார் ஓகேங்க சார்.
ஓகே
சார் நாங்கள் ரொம்ப லைட் அதிகமாக இருக்க மாதிரி இருக்கு. ஏதாச்சும் பண்ண முடியுங்களா? இல்லை
ஜஸ்ட் a minute, சார்.
ஓகே சார்.
ஓகே, அப்படிதான் இருக்கும். வெளிச்சம் அதிகமாக இருக்கு. சரி, இப்போ ஓகேவா? அப்படிதான் இருக்கும்.
சார் பரவாயில்லைங்க சார், நீங்கள் ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணலாங்க சார். நான் ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணுறேன்.
ஓகே
சார் இந்த சுனிதா நம்ம கூட இருக்காங்க சார். ஷி வில் பி ஹோஸ்டிங் த ஈவென்ட் சார்.
ஓகேங்க சார்.
ஓகே.
Am I audible? Hello, sir. Thank you so much for joining us today. This is Sunita, your host for today. And while our hackathon is buzzing with student innovation, we are taking a moment to spotlight someone who has dedicated his life to innovation and excellence in biotechnology. So, students joining us today is Dr. B. Gopalaswamy, Professor and Innovation Ambassador at KIT Karunanidhi Institute of Technology. Sir has an incredible journey from completing his BTech in Industrial Biotechnology at St. Michael's College, MTech at Satyabama University, MPhil at Christ University, and PhD in Biotechnology from Anna University. Finally, working as a researcher, scientist, and professor across institutions, building labs, guiding research, and even serving as a chief scientific officer at Leatrice Biosciences. Today, he is here to share his experiences, his innovation, and his vision in biotechnology and food safety and advise the next generation of students. So let's begin. Myself being a student of biotechnology, and today I'm like truly excited for this session. Looking forward to you, sir.
Thank you, Sunita. Am I audible to everyone?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So starting from the base, so being from the biotechnology background, so we already have studied paper food biotechnology as one of the subject. Later in the industry, as the industry prospers, food biotechnology has been taken as a separate paper. And now many innovations are needed in the food industry itself because we are in need of many new equipments as well as new content is needed in the term of food industry. So when we are in as a student, we have visited CFTR, Central Food Technical Research Institute, which is a pioneer CSIR lab for food technology in our nation. And they have certain equipments to involve or to imbibe the industries that are related to food industry. And now we are having so many advanced research labs also. Other than CFTR, we are having some other CSIR labs also. So they are also providing ample resources that are needed for those who are achieving in the food industry. And also in the current years, latest years, we can see there are so many hackathons. Even the government is operating so many hackathons. We have seen Onion Challenge, Grand Onion Challenge, and we have also seen Grand Tomato Challenge. Because those one's particular agri product which is needed or which is mandatory for our concern is being wasted in so many ways for the shortage of proper storage mechanism. So those things we have to focus not only in the preparation of new food menus and other things. We have to focus our raw materials that are needed in the food industry for a longer time. That is also a vital one, and that is where government is also focusing. So the hackathons that are related to food and safety is a very vital one, and I insist all the students to do something because many of them will be from agriculture background. Maybe their father or their relatives may be in the agricultural side. They will be producing tons and tons of products related to food industry. And because of lack of proper storage mechanism, they may be getting wasted and their entire income for the year can be wasted. So that has to be resolved. That issue has to be resolved. And many government hackathons are also there, and many separate hackathons are also there. Even in Smart India hackathons, we are getting some agri and food related ideas that companies are facing. So those things we have to solve, and the young minds, the students who are all going to be a future entrepreneurs as well as future business owners and going to be a future pillars of the India. So they have to come with some idea that can resolve the current issues and they can help you the future generation also. So that is my idea, and part of it I am working in conversion of agricultural waste into enzymes that has to be used for proper waste. So we have taken, for example, we have worked on onion peels. So the onion peels and garlic peels that are dumped as waste that can be converted into enzymes like asparaginase, which is used in medical as well as food industry also. Also, we have worked on poultry waste. So the chicken feathers and all, everything, they are rich in some amino acids, and we are converting those things into those amino acids which are helping in bakery industry also. So they give crispiness for the whatever cookies that we eat. Crispiness is given by those enzymes, and we are converting those poultry waste into those enzymes. So these are my area where I am working, and I am guiding my students in those enzyme production from the waste. So similarly, you can take some simple works. You can convert the waste into wealth, which is quoted by our former president, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. So waste is India's main wealth, and we can convert those waste into wealth, and we can also support current food industry in getting some quality products. You can also work on value-added products. That is the main key reason why Grand Onion Challenge has been conducted by the government, because the wasted onion can be converted into powders and they can be used in some other ways as a value-added products. So that way also you can work on. So this is our side, and this is what we expect from the young minds. So they can either go for new product development, or they can go for value-added products, or they can go for waste to wealth, in which the proper storage mechanisms can be replaced and support farmers. That's from my side. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for this introduction. I think most of our students would be like too grateful to you, and they would be like so excited to like
Sure.
be a part of your journey, and some of them might also connect to you through
Sure.
LinkedIn or other social media platforms. And I'm so grateful to you for sharing this whatever knowledge things that you said. And apart from that, I have a few questions, sir, which
Sure.
our students are like trying to get knowledge of. So can I
Okay.
like begin asking with you, please?
Yeah, yes, please. Yes, ma'am. Please.
Okay, okay. Thank you, sir. So the first question I want to ask you is like you have moved through academia, research, and industry. So, sir, what
Yeah.
actually pulled you into biotechnology? I really want to know that.
Actually, when we started studying, so biotechnology was not as a boom, not a big industry. I started my uh, education in 2002. So 2001
Yeah,
only in Tamil Nadu, biotechnology is being started by BIT, and in 2002, some three engineering colleges prospered in biotechnology. Before that, only MTech biotechnology is there in Anna University, and there is no UG degree. So we have a passion that we can design. So genetic engineering. So we can design our whatever the products we need, we can design our genes and we can go on, or we can design a living organism, either it may be a bacteria or fungi and all. So that in that attracted us. So we can design something in a living organism. That is a very, very major change comparing to other departments. So whatever other departments are facing or they are dealing with is a non-living organism or non-living material. But we are dealing with a living thing. And so we can focus on that. We can focus on that aspect. And that is why we are, that is, that is what attracted us towards biotechnology. And in
thank you
that
so
aspect,
much,
we
sir.
have taken. And later, as you asked, why I have shifted from academia to industry and then back to
Yeah,
academia. Actually, in 2014 and 15, we have moved to industry because bioinformatics was a major bloom at that time. So I moved to bioinformatics, doing some docking, and we have taken some government projects abroad also. For UK and all, we have worked in some projects in docking and everything. And even for German also, we have worked. But later, the current scenario, that is data analysis, got into role, and they have overtook bioinformatics. That is what actually happened. Now also in AI is getting a part in bioinformatics. So docking and all are now getting outdated, and AI is playing a major role and keeping the things very simple for the scientist. In that aspect, we have taken, and the entire company where I worked in Cochin, it has moved to US. They have taken up everything to US, and I can't move to US. That is why I came back to academy, and I want to be in teaching profession, because teaching profession, it is a lifelong student thing, right? We can study
yeah.
till the last when we are in teaching. Even when you are a student, you can study up to what you need for the pass mark. But when you are in the teaching field, you have to be asked thoroughly studying everything, each and everything, because any student can ask you any question, you have to be answerable. But being a student, it is now very easy. There is no chances for that. You can write the paper, complete the exam, and you can get a degree. So that is why I chosen the teaching profession, and that's why I came back from industry to academy. As I can't move to US, came back to academy. That's it.
That's great, sir. We are like truly inspired by your journey, how you shifted from academia to industry and research and back
Sure,
into
no issues.
academia. I'm sure that your student would be like truly inspired by looking at your journey. So you talk
Yeah,
about AI and data science and other things.
yes,
So our main focus for this year for the food safety and quality management course that we are taking into different universities of Tamil Nadu, our main
okay,
focus was this only, like like how data, AI, and sustainability together can be like the future. So where do you think the upcoming opportunity would be in the next 5 to 10 years, like in data or AI and sustainability? How we can just interrelate all these things?
Yeah, that's an interesting question because everyone is going towards AI nowadays, and we are getting
Yeah.
even in the engineering colleges, we are getting new AI courses daily. So
Yes.
initially we had AIDS, then we have AML, and now we have data science and everything. But AI is not a separate course; it can be used in all disciplines. So even in biotech, or even in food industry, or even in the pharma industry, there is a much needed for the data science and all. But whatever data we have and whatever the computer-based programs we are using, either Python or C++ and all, we need a domain expert to analyze the data that has been given by the programmed codes. Even if you are using Python code, it will be giving the analyze the data and we'll use some models. But to understand the model, we need some domain experts. So domain expertise is needed. At the same time, we are having a lot of data even in the food industry, starting from the crop production. So if you are taking some fruits or vegetable production, initially what we do is the landowner or the area, the owner has to go and check each and every tree and each and every plant, and you have to check whether any disease is there or not. And now it is not the case. We can use a drone to take images, and the images can be analyzed, and we can identify this particular plant is having some diseases. So that can be used, or that can be rectified and all. So such cases, AI is used, and even in the case of production, food industry production, when you are going for an industrial level production of some products, you are having so much data. So for example, if I am saying some distilleries, for example, alcohol production and all, we are having so much sensor data from the fermenter, and it can be monitored, and AI can predict. So this fermenter at this point, there will be a possibility of a breach of issues, or breach of safety issues will be there, like that it can predict. So definitely AI is going to play a major role, and everyone has to be AI enabled. It is mandatory now. You have to learn AI, but don't depend upon AI. Don't be AI dependable, because AI is just a machine. There is possibilities of errors in that. We need domain experts to analyze and say whether it is correct or not. But you can be AI enabling yourself with AI is definitely mandatory one. And AI is going to support you in reducing the time of work that you are going to do. But it is mandatory. So AI is going to play a major role even in food industry, and everyone has to know about AI also. That's
Yeah, yeah, sir. I also truly believe that exactly what you said, since now AI, sustainability, and data, all these are interconnected, and these are the
yes,
requirements that every field needs to have. So,
sure.
with that, my next question would be like, you are into biotechnology and our students are from FSQM background. So how can actually we tell them that these both are actually interconnected? And when it
Uh,
comes to making our food safer, biotechnology and FSQM are both like two sides of a same coin. How can we like interpret this to them? Can you please
so
show some
from
light on it?
yeah,
Yes.
yes, from biotechnology, what we are dealing with is the basic is microbiology, what we are going to deal with. So we are going to deal with microorganisms. We are going to use the microorganisms for producing our desired products and all. Similar case in the case of food production also. Either in the case of production, we are going to use some microorganisms, or in the case of food prevention, food spoilage prevention, we are going to avoid certain microorganisms that is going to contaminate or that is going to spoil your food. So in such a case, we have to know which is causing this particular spoilage, or which is causing this bad odor in that one, or which is causing this unwanted color in that one, or unwanted taste in that one. We have to know. And in certain cases, we need to know which organism is going to provide you a better quality of food. For example, in curd, we are adding lactobacillus. Unknowingly, we are adding lactobacillus, which is giving the texture, proper texture and everything. And the best example is cheese. We are saying cheese is better. Cheese, Sweden cheese or Swiss cheese is better. They are using a proper propionibacterium, like that, a specific bacteria they are using, which gives them proper odor and proper taste. So when it is of a older culture, or when it is of more other than any other culture is there, it gives some bad odor, or it spoils the quality or taste of the food. That is how we are coming into the role when we are going for the food industry. Either in the case of production, a microbiologist is needed, and whether in case of prevention or food spoilage, avoiding the contamination, a microbiologist is needed. In such case, how biotechnology is being entering in the industries, we are having certain engineering aspects, the reactor design and all. When you are going for alcohol production, you are going to produce it in liters of fermenter, some 1 kl or 10 kl fermenter you are going to use, and you are going to produce that. So in such cases, we need that engineering knowledge also. That is how we are coming in, not by just because of the use of microorganisms, but because of the engineering concepts that we are using, that is scaling up. We can provide, or we can produce curd in the room. Our mothers can produce curd in the house also. But when we want to produce it in the industrial scale, we need some scale up concepts, and we need some proper microorganisms to be maintained and sterile conditions to be maintained. In such cases, we are using our idea, or what we have learned, we are using in that aspect, and that's why microbial. That's why, or that's how biotechnology is coming into food industry. I hope I answered your question then.
Yeah, truly.
Yeah,
You just not
sure.
just answering my question, and but you like gave us a deep insight into what actually can be happening.
Yeah.
So I'm like really thankful for you for that. So, sir, next question is that I have seen your LinkedIn profile and saw that you have also won award for teaching and researches. So,
Yes.
uh, congratulations for that.
Yeah.
And
Thank you. Thank
meanwhile,
you.
I want to see like what qualities do you see in students who really stand out, and what are the qualities like they can focus on enhancing themselves to make themselves like stand out in the market.
Yeah. Uh, so the current scenario, or in the current generation, what needed most is their attitude. So apart from the technical skills or hands-on training, whatever may be, so what industry is really expecting from the students is their attitude. They have to survive in a very, very competitive world. They have to be in a good attitude. Nowadays, there is no patience. They are very, very easy to quit at an initial stage itself. They are trying once. If they are not getting, they are ready to quit. So that is not the needed one. Even if you are working in an industry, and when you are going to be an entrepreneur, so you are participating in a hackathon, you are going to produce, or you are going to establish your own concern or own company. So you have to be very, very patient. You have to try hard. You have to work smarter, and you have to be patient, and your attitude should be good. So you have to be straightforward in the sense, whatever you are getting, you have to discuss with your mentor, or you have to discuss, then they can suggest you. If you are hiding, and if you are making it, okay, I have got this, without getting the results, we are saying, okay, I have got this result and everything. Then later on, in the later stage, when when you are going to exhibit your product, or when you are going to exhibit your prototype and everything, you can be easily got red-handed. So from the expert side, we know how it will be, or what it will be. Right. So what will be the mistakes they have done? By our experience, we can easily monitor if they are showing something. So this may be the error they have done in the previous step. It is very easy to capture them, but they are not understanding that concept. And the students of the current generation, they are very easy to quit, and they are not ready to struggle, or they are not ready to face their problems. That's the main thing that is expected from the current generation students, or entrepreneurs, or even workers who are going to enter into industry. Even the industries, or higher industries, are expecting the same criteria. They don't need technical skills, because they can train them within 1 month or 2 months. If they are ready to learn, they can train them in their equipments, and they can provide hands-on training, and they can make them skillful. But their attitude depends upon how they behave, and what they are. That is their inbuilt character. So that they can't train in that aspect, and that is what mostly expected from the current generation.
Okay, thank you so much, sir.
Yeah.
That's a great learning. And I also want to tell our students who are right now participating into the hackathon that don't quit, be patient, and finish all
Sure.
your questions. And so,
Yes.
innovation to say that you truly stand out and is the best from the rest. Like sir said, that's exact the learning you have to show throughout your life to be the best.
Yes.
So with this, sir, I want to ask you one thing that
Yeah.
how important is it that the collaboration with industry or global institution to build a career in this space? Like, how can we build a career in this space while collaborating with industry or global institutions?
So whatever they are learning in the academy, it is not sufficient for them to success in, or get succeeded in their career. Because in the industrial level, when you are going, whatever they are doing in the lab, it is in the lab scale only. It's not up to the industrial scale, but when you're entering in an industry, it is entirely a different scenario. For example, in the food industry, for example, you can take any milk, any dairy industry itself. So how we are producing curd in our home is entirely different, and how they are producing curd in the industry is entirely different. So those missionaries, they have to be known how it is going to be getting operated, how we are going to operate in it, how or what are the conditions we have to satisfy to enter into the machinery room, those things, because everything is sterile condition here. Even a small dust particles or a small microorganism can contaminate. As in the food industry, even our hairs can be get contaminated with food materials and all. So that is very, very vital thing. So they have to get some industrial exposure. Unless they get some industrial exposures, they are not going to get what they need. So that is very, very vital, and that's why industrial collaboration is needed. Or even you can go for any central government laboratories which are in the advanced section. So they can utilize their expertise. You can utilize their instrumentations and all for your research or for your novel ideas, and then you can know what is happening. Because we may think this is a novel idea and I have found something, but in another place of the earth or another place of the industry, it is already being going on for several years. So we need to know what is happening in the industry. That's why industrial collaboration is needed, much needed. And that's why we are talking about these hackathons and any other competitions where innovations are much needed. So with industrial collaboration, they can also focus on the industrial problems that are already existing, and they can find out some solutions which can support those industries also. When you're providing a solution for an industry, there is a major possibility for them to recruit you for their industry, and they will keep you because you are providing some major solution to the problem which they are struggling with for several years. So that's why industrial collaboration is needed.
Thank you, sir. So, to all our listeners, please follow what sir is saying. So, innovation and maybe some industry is facing some crisis or problem. If you show the solution to them, maybe they will hire you for their most major and efficient role. So, sir, with this, finally, I want to ask you one golden piece of advice you
Yes.
would give to the students who want to make a real impact in food safety and biotech.
I don't want to advise them, the current generation, because they are not at all ready to hear the advices, but we can suggest them. Right? Advice is entirely different from suggestion. So I
Yeah.
can suggest you people, because you can take it or leave it. That is up to your choice, but we can't go for advice. So what I can suggest is, in the current scenario where food industry is in the major role, because seeing our population, we are leading India as a leading in the population. We are in need of food for everyone, and still we are lagging in achieving that food for everyone. We can save it. Whatever we can say or whatever we can see in the newspaper, it is not so. So there are a lot of people who are having just one meals for one time per day. So that has to be solved. So there is a need for achievements, or there is a need for advancement in food industry. You have to provide them a lot. So even the Grand Onion Challenge, what taught us was, we are producing some 32 metric tons of onion per year, but our requirement is only 18 metric tons. Still, we are getting some onion price hike in every year. For a month or two, we are getting price hike. What is the reason? What is the problem is, almost 50%, nearly 16 metric ton of onion is getting wasted, either by because of more moisture content or by drying. So it is wasted. Nearly half of the production what we are getting is wasted because of improper storage conditions. In such cases, only government announced that Grand Onion Challenge, and that's why we are focusing on at least any value-added products can be made from that. So that's why we are getting that price hike and all. So we have to reduce that. This is just an example. Onion is just an example. We are having so many products for food, right? We are having garlic, we are having ginger, whatever it is, we have to produce, and we have to use them properly. We have to have a proper storage condition, preserve them properly, and we have to go for lifelong or a more long-term storage is needed. That is what the major issue in the food industry itself. Other than that, we can provide any new food components or any new food menu. That is okay. Day by day, they are doing some research. Even in house, we are doing some research. We are modifying something in the food what we eat, and we are getting new menu. That is not a problem. But the proper storage and a long-term storage of the food molecules what we are getting is the need of the hour. So you have to kindly focus on that. And food industry, a broad idea, a broad area, just not focus on the food menu, what you are eating. It starts from the production, starts from agriculture, what you are producing, and even your poultry, that is your animal husbandry also is involved, because most of them are also consuming egg chicken, everything we are taking. So that is also included in food industry. So how we are going to preserve that? And we are seeing so many cases in our day-to-day life. We are reading in newspapers. So here some contaminated or spoiled food is being served in hotels. It is there in selling in the markets and all. Those things are also there. And one of my request is, so kindly avoid using hormones for getting more yield in the agri sector, for getting more yield. That is the major issue why we are having. So we can say whatever we can say, the enhancement of broiler industry leads us to so much of infertility centers in the country. That is the main reason. Also, we are losing our natural or native food crops. We are losing our native food crops, which is leading to so many diseases and all. So kindly stick with that, stay positive, think how those native products can be brought back into our food industry and how they can be enhanced. So look on to that. Don't try to import something from abroad and go on with that. It is not going to be an easy one, because food, whatever we are cultivating and whatever we are getting from our climatic conditions, that is going to be good for our health. Whatever you are getting from other countries, which is not going to be a same climatic condition, it is not going to be easily digestible. So that is the key thing you have to understand, because that has been taught in the school itself. Whatever consumed or whatever cultivated in our land is good for us and it is easily digested. Whatever is coming from other side, their climatic conditions is entirely different and it is not going to be digested by your body. So kindly keep on that. So stick with what is native food crops. Try to identify or identify any issues or any solution to keep or for a proper storage of those native products and go on with that. That is my suggestion to the current generation.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. That was truly enlightening. We can hear you for hours and hours, but due to our time limitation, we have to
Sure,
end
sure.
this session now. So thank you so much,
Yeah.
sir,
Yes.
for
Thank you.
showing
Thank
us
you.
that a career in biotechnology and food safety is not just about science, but it's about vision, innovation, and how you create an impact to the society. So to our all students, listeners, as you can see, sir's journey proves us that you can be a learner, a researcher, an innovator all at once if you stay consistent, if you stay focused and curious. So, thank you so much, sir. With this, we will wind up our session. This is Rare Minds, and this is Sunita, your host for today, bringing you voices that shape the future of food, safety, and biotechnology. Until next time, keep innovating, keep questioning, and keep building the future. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.